Part 3. The first religions instilled wonder. They calmed the senses and offered a glimpse of what forever lays beyond task and trouble. The endless sky promised that limitation was temporary. And the message then, as now, was that individual lives are brief, but matter much, matter more. The star people saw how the stars reflected their own light. They asked nothing from the indigo canopy that gave them space to be brilliant. The next people also saw the stars, beautiful and bright as they were, and they too were enamored with starlight. But they failed to notice the blue behind them. They saw light, but not what made it so. The people after that saw the same beautiful stars, and because they were so beautiful, they studied them and took their measure. The people after that made maps of celestial skies, noting the exact positions of the stars so they could study them without having to look up. They named the stars and the constellations, assigned them seasons, and gave them personalities. The next people mapped the movement of the stars, but they were more fascinated by the moon. The people after that found great interest in the sun and gave it a most favored position where it has remained. Eventually, the night sky held less appeal. One could know so much more about it by studying books and maps. So the first religions were not religions as you know them today. There were no deities, no gods, nothing to have faith in, no laws to break, no supreme being to worship. That kind of religion came later, around the time that Earth visitors began to settle in for a stay, each with their own unique customs and agendas, each with varying appearance, intelligence, and spiritual development. Humanity was a young race, unprepared for what was quickly unfolding near next to them. Today you are more prepared, but less open to change. When spirited moments arise, as they will, the populations will splinter. It is in your best interest then to remember all that you can. This is your history. To discover more, we must travel the back roads of Earth history, skirting the superhighways that only stop at the most obvious places. But back roads, lanes are narrow and winding. But when history is obscured, time forgets. Here and there, even these roads are washed out. So you will need to summon your imagination to bridge the gaps. These less traveled roads offer clues that will assist you now and in the future. And along the way, we will consider more questions such as, when did stars begin to fall to Earth? Why were they reordered and renamed? And when did stardust become sand? The once and true religion describes your relationship to everything and all, with nothing left out. You are in relationship with everything, with your mind, your brain, your heart, your cells, your spirit, your soul, your friends, your family, your ancestors, your guides, your inner truth. Nothing is left out. Whether you know it or not, you are in relationship with everything. And it would be impossible for you to exist if this were not true. The religions you know today began here on earth. They were not brought here. However, just as there have been always religions, there has always been those whose knowledge or vision extended beyond the stars, beyond religion, beyond spirituality. In other words, there have always been teachers, just as there are today. For this chat, we must bypass the natural interest in creation stories. The blending of beings and timelines crisscrosses too many times, and it would confuse this topic. But we will revisit these other subjects to your liking, perhaps in the near future.